Hello and welcome to Conversations with Segun, live on today's episode. I want to welcome everyone who's watching right now. I see quite a few persons watching right here. Somebody says we're set. We're happy to have you. Rume Wealth, we're happy to have you here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We've started Conversations with Segun for a while now. We have been having fantastic people come join us here on the program, and we talk about everything that everyone needs to know about business. The conversation is always very exciting with me here on this program. On today's program, I have a fantastic gentleman who's going to join us. He's a barrister, and he's from the Amalgam Legal, the fastest growing legal firm here in the south of Nigeria. I want to thank everyone who has joined us, who are watching right now. I want to encourage you, please feel free to share this video with your contact, invite people to watch, tell them that there's something to learn. In the next 30 minutes of this program, they would learn a whole lot of things that they would need on this program. So quickly, I want to bring on board my guest for today. His name is Augustine Ngwu. Augustine Ngwu is here. I'm trying to bring him right up now. You should see him any minute. Yes, technology. He should be here any minute. But while we're waiting for him to come, let me look at your messages. Somebody says we're set. Rume says we're set. Thanks, Rume. Ejirako says good job. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Victor Taigo says kudos, bro. Thank you very much. Yeah, I can see that Rume Wealth is tagging someone else. We're trying to get, as you can see, technology is trying to play fast one on us, but we're going to overcome. Definitely we'll overcome it. I would take my guest out of the stream now, and he would come back on and join us. We have tested, it's working. Today we have a legal luminary that will tell us on how the business environment is affecting our business, how the business environment, current business environment is affecting our business. And as you can see, the current business environment, there's a lot happening with the COVID and all. There's a lot happening. And so, yes, Ajamu Ezekiel says more strength. Thanks. Godwin Isakbar says more winning. So we have a lot of persons watching. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all for watching. Yes, my guest will be right here very soon, just trying to get his connection and make sure that it's right. I was saying before now that the COVID-19 is affecting businesses and is affecting businesses negatively. But anyhow, in the midst of what is happening with the COVID-19, there are a lot of things that we can do. There are a lot of things that can still happen. There are a lot of things that you can still do with your business. Somebody's saying kudos to my guy, Barrister Augustine Ngwu. Augustine Ngwu is coming up. That's Oni Olowo Lagba Bams. Thank you for your comments. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Barrister Austin would be joining us any minute. He's trying to get himself sorted. Technology. He's trying to play fast one on us, but most definitely Barrister Austin will be here to talk to us about what we can do in the face of the present challenges we are facing in the business environment. I want to encourage you, before Barrister Austin comes, kindly share this video to your contact. And also, if you have not already liked the page where you're watching, if you're watching from Facebook, if you've not already liked the page, please do well to like the page immediately. Also, if you're watching from YouTube, do well to subscribe to my page, and so you can watch every other episode of Conversation with Segun. Like I said in yesterday's episode, we are having a 30-day challenge, and this is day number 5. And so we have our 5th guest, who's, as you already know, Barrister Augustine Ngwu. We'll be having guests till the 30th day, and that will be different guests from different places, from different backgrounds. I will be conversing with them here, and you will be learning. So I want to ask quickly, if you already have a question for Barrister Ngwu, you can kindly put the question on the comment section. I'll go in there and I'll be watching what is happening at the comment section, and I'll be putting up your questions at the comment section. Arere Emmanuel says nice topic, fantastic. I'm sure that it would will help a lot of people. This nurse Ngozi is here. This nurse Ngozi says, "Good afternoon, sir. Welcome, nurse Ngozi." I also have a very senior man here, Okompi Akpan. That's my boss from way back. Oga Akpan, welcome, sir. It says, "To God be all the glory." Thank you very much. My guest will soon be here. I'm just trying to wait. So everyone who's already watching now, if you have not already liked this page where you are watching from, please go back and like the page while we wait for my guest to come. My guest should be here anytime soon. Why is coming? I want to quickly play something that you guys can watch. It's a quick a rundown to what I do and how you can subscribe. Listen up, I'll be right back.
My name is Segun. I'm a business coach, a trainer, and also a motivational speaker. I want to encourage you to subscribe to this channel here or here to get more interesting teachings and trainings as it relates to entrepreneurship in Nigeria, in Africa, anything business, entrepreneurship, public speaking is my forte. And so subscribe here or here to get more trainings on that in Nigeria. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and also click on the notification button so that you can always get our videos as they drop. All you need to do is click on this red button here or here to subscribe directly to my channel, and you get other trainings from me free of charge.
All right, that was a short. My guest is here right now. I'm going to bring him on. His name is Barrister Augustine Ngwu. I hope you can see him. Barrister, welcome to the program. Barrister, how are you today? Can you hear me? Barrister Augustine Ngwu. Can you hear me? You know, that's the thing with technology. We have tested in the past hour. We have gone back and forth and tested to ensure that this is working. And right now, it's showtime, and it's not working anymore. But anyhow, Barrister, if you can hear me, do go off and come back again. That way we would get it sorted out. Barrister is coming. He's coming. Yes, he says he's having problems with his internet. He will definitely get back to us. But while Barrister is trying to get back to us, I'll be taking more messages. Okay, Barrister is back. Let's see. Barrister, how are you today?
You will have to. I think my network is a bit funny today, but you guys will pardon me.
But it's fantastic now. We'll make do with it as much as we can before our time runs out.
Yeah.
So fantastic, guys. This is
right,
Barrister Augustine Ngwu is right here. I'm going to jump straight into the conversation. I will not wait so that just in case we have network challenges again, would have gone far with our discussion. So Barrister, you are a legal professional with special reference to startup and entrepreneurship. Tell us more about what you do quickly.
Okay, essentially, we built a service where we believe that legal service is not just cut and nail, that you could actually use legal to be able to strategically position your business in such a form that you can anticipate what is coming and make a lot of money, right? So we think legal service, that's what we believe in our firm. We believe that legal service is actually a proactive tool. That's what we believe. So we believe that legal service is a proactive tool, and you could structure and make it. That's our focus. That's
fantastic,
our focus. Yeah.
fantastic. So COVID-19 has affected a lot of businesses across the world. I started this that I'm doing now, talking with you, chatting with people from different backgrounds online as a fallout of the COVID-19 challenges that we're having in businesses. How has it affected your business as a legal person, and how are you overcoming it?
Okay. I think the first thing it did for us was that it enabled us to scale quicker, really, because changes were already coming. We're already doing a lot of advisory and consultations online. But what COVID-19 did was it accelerated the pace fast, as in it moved it faster than we thought. So we had to step up the game and broaden our scope online. One of the results is, for example, the website we had to pull it down because we had to structure our website in such a way that it could be optimized to serve our clients better. So it just accelerated what we knew, we has accelerated it.
Fantastic. So we move straight to the core of the discussion today, where we're talking about how the present day realities, how the business environment is affecting businesses. Barrister, let me ask you. Let me throw it to you like the man on the street. Though we already know some of the challenges we're having with the pandemic, we can't go out, we can't communicate, we can't associate as much as we want to. What are some of those challenges that the business environment, present day business environment, is giving to our businesses?
Okay, I think the first thing people need to realize is that when we talk about business environment, we are not dealing necessarily with your geographical space. We are dealing with every factor that affects your environment. And then we could broaden this into, we could turn it into about 4 broad trends, but we don't have the energy, the time for that today. So, but I'll just focus on the trend, right? The general trend we have,
Go
the
ahead.
general trend we have, we could all break trend into 4 parts. Societal trend, I think, because that's what led to this conversation. People need to understand that business is part of society. So what happens in society invariably affects business. And I think that's the starting point, right? So what do we have in society? What's the societal trend right now? Societal trend right now, it's firstly, we know what the social distancing rules are. So that's first. We can't take away that. Now, that social distancing rule has had tremendous impact and effect on every business, especially the businesses that deals with one-on-one physical interaction. And that's going to be trouble. That's the trouble, right? So that from that social distancing effect, from that social distancing, a lot of other effect has sprung forth. Number one, we could look at laws are now coming up to ensure that that social distancing is now enforced, right? So we're having a lot of things springing forth from that. What we anticipate is that there will be changes in regulations, and that affect business. For example, I know that the events businesses, they are in trouble financially. Restaurants are also in trouble since people can't sit to eat. You only need to come by. So what's the use? The thrill in going to restaurant was to sit there and eat, was not to come and buy and take away food, right? So that's going to affect their bottom line. Then the truth is that the environment has changed. The environment has changed, and the fear I have is that people still do not think it has changed, and that is a tragedy.
Yes, I was talking with you and I was sharing on Twitter, I think, and I was saying that for those who are wishing that, oh, we're waiting for the time where everything will return to normal, things will never be normal again. This is the new normal. I think that's where
Yeah,
that hashtag came from. What
yeah,
we are having
yeah,
now is the new normal.
yeah, yeah.
You know,
And
when I was talking,
if okay, go on. Sorry, let me not interrupt you.
when I was talking with you, when we were starting the whole of the idea of this conversation, I said to you, we're having this, and you asked me, where are we having it in person? I said, no, we're not having it in
Yeah,
person. We're going to have it online.
yeah, 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 yeah,
So that brings to
yeah. I
front the
remember.
new
Remember,
normal that we have. Go ahead.
you see, but you see the stuff. Like I think that the thing is, we see a lot of conferences. People talk about post COVID 19. So everybody's expecting a particular time where COVID will no longer be with us. Okay, so I have news for you. All the projections I've read said, first of all, the vaccines may be out within the next 18 to 24 months. If we have the vaccine, so that give or take 2 years. If we have the vaccine, for it to go global, the anticipation is that from the time the vaccine comes to the time it will be all over the world might take another 3 years. So we're having a projection of between 3 to 5 years of living with this, right? So when is post-COVID then? Is post-COVID when is post-COVID after the vaccine has gone around the world, or when? So people keep hearing post-COVID, and that conversation has caused a lot of mindset issues.
True.
If for me, post-COVID is the time we come to realize that this thing is going to be with us for a long time. which means we're actually in the post-COVID era. We're actually in the post-COVID era with all the
Already,
changes it has brought.
already, this is already post-COVID. I was listening to John Obidi talk, and
Exactly.
John Obidi was saying that anybody waiting for post-COVID and saying, "Oh, the time is coming when COVID will be over and we will return to the new normal. We will return to our normal and begin to do things back
Yeah.
the way we used to do them before." He was like, "No, you're already very late. Post-COVID is here
Yeah.
already. This is
Yeah.
where we are now is post-COVID. Countries that
Yeah.
shut down before now have already started
I'll
opening up.
open up.
Factories are opening up in
Yeah.
China.
Yeah.
Football leagues are opening back up. Everything is
Yeah.
happening. People are already moving with the consciousness of the fact that there's COVID and trying to live around it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But us here in our world are saying that, oh yes, we're going to. I had the senior person, a leader in quote, say to his people, say, don't worry,
Yeah.
this will soon be over. When this is over, we'll go back to our how we used to gather before. I don't want to mention any particular group, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
saying we'll
Yeah. I
go
do.
back when we go back to how we used to gather before. And in my mind, I was like, these people they're still in COVID. We have left post-COVID.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I agree. I agree. I agree.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I agree. It's a tragedy, really. It's a tragedy. And you see, one of the things I was saying before we go on was, you see, when you get to understand the environment and the negative effect it has had, you know that changes are also coming, right? Now, the changes that are going to come will be changes that will be forced, because human beings are comfortable with the familiar. So the way we used to do things, we like to do them. So changes will be forced on us. And that's where the law becomes critical, right? A lot of businesses have not modeled what will be the legal implications of the rules that are going to come forth, because there's going to be a lot coming forth. There's going to be a lot of laws coming forth, a lot of laws. Whether or not our legislature in this House of Assembly, whether or not they want to, will not be the issue. The issue is that the laws will become compulsory, and it's going to affect our businesses, because right now we're playing a global scale. We're playing a global scale, and that's going to be a major issue. Major issue. Yeah.
So I was telling
Yeah.
someone about the need for adaptability.
Yeah.
Successful people are not necessarily the strong, are not necessarily the fastest, are not necessarily
Yeah.
the strongest, are not necessarily the most intelligent, but people that are adaptable to change. Many people will
Yeah.
not be able, in this business
Yeah.
environment that we are in now, many people will not be able to adapt. For example, I have adapted already. This already, I
Yeah. I
told you,
can
I'm on
see
the
you.
30-day challenge. I've not done this before online. I'm managing this whole
Yeah.
setup myself and having these interviews, have people watch from everywhere, have people following, have guests from
Yeah.
all over the world coming to be a part of this program. My ability to adapt and take advantage, I could have waited and said, okay, when this is over, Barista Ngwu,
Yeah.
we have been talking about this for like 2 years now. We've been talking about working together for, if not more,
Yeah. 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 For 2 years.
but
Yeah. A
it
long
has
while.
not
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
But when this came up, see me jump on it immediately. There are a lot of churches who I didn't want to talk about churches, but there are a lot of churches who could not have gotten particular set of ministers to come minister for them. But because of the COVID era now, ministers are ministering online and people are sharing with their churches.
Yeah. And yeah.
There are a
Yeah.
lot of businesses. I was sharing yesterday about how Eco Hotel, for example, Eco Hotel,
Oh.
one of the biggest
Mm.
in Nigeria, is now announcing laundry services to people. It's now announcing
I saw that. I saw
takeaway
that.
food to people. If they
I saw
told
that
you
too.
that would happen 2 years ago, you would never believe.
Yeah.
But you see, what they are
Yeah.
doing,
Go on.
it's laughable when you hear, oh, a hotel is in laundry. Everybody's laughing and like, the thing not read
Mm.
like that way. A hotel, they do laundry. But you see, they are adapting.
Yeah.
So adaptability is
Yeah.
what we help people survive, help businesses in this present business environment to survive. I want to give another example. I have this guy who is a cameraman, he's a photographer, so he does wedding pictures and all of that. And this season, because there are no weddings and nothing is happening, he saw an opportunity. People had challenges going to buy stuff that time when it was total lockdown, but there was
Yeah.
approval for guys who were doing delivery, so delivery guys could move. So he got in touch, and there were approvals for people who sell food and consumables that are are related to food. So he got and started announcing that he could deliver so and so to you from so and so vendor. If you want, make the request through me. I'll go to the vendor, get the food from you. So he's adopting that means helped vendors to sell their food, also helped him to start a business
Yeah.
of delivering food. That's the adaptability we're talking about. You wanted to say something about it, Barrister?
No, I was going to connect it with something, because as business adapts, we're all going to go virtual. It's a natural consequence of there being a distance between two human beings. So you need to find a way to be able to communicate. And the necessary communication will be virtual, will be online, right? Sometime in January this year, I was reading a statistics that states that about 2% of Africa are online. Now, if you look at where Africa is about over 1 billion people, if 2% is online, right? So that means 98% are not online. Meanwhile, the statistics in the US is about 98% of them online, thereabouts, 98% of them online. In Europe, the figures are also very large. What that then means is, what has happened is that the COVID-19 has accelerated the pace of everybody moving online. So a lot of people were going to get online. The question then becomes, will they understand the rules that takes place online, the rules that guides the activities online? Because in adapting, you need to understand that there are stipulations that aid adapting. You could adapt, you could shift because of the kind of services you were rendering. But I followed you for a while. I've noticed that I don't know who advises you, but your post and your movement thinks stays in within the rules and regulations that guides activities online, which is very critical. Now, as a lot of people go online, we are going to have issues with businesses online. How do you
True.
understand the
True.
game?
So
So yeah,
Barrister, I will jump
yeah,
on you now because as
please
you're
do.
talking, my body is shaking, and I'm like, okay, so with the statistics Barrister has given us now, it shows it just opened up a new business opportunity. 95% of thereabout of Americans are online. Only 2% of Africans
Yeah,
are online. So
yeah,
it means that somebody needs to take at least another 90% of Africans, not just even Nigerians,
yeah, Africans. Yeah,
90% of Africans, Ghanaians, Egyptians, Moroccans,
yeah, yeah,
Nigerians,
yeah,
Beninons, everyone, somebody needs to take them online. How did they go
yeah.
online? They need somebody to teach them social media. They
Okay,
need
so
somebody.
are you?
They need somebody. They need somebody to. I'm throwing the opportunities to
Yeah,
people right now
yeah, yeah,
listening to this. I'm throwing an
yeah,
opportunity to them. They need people to
yeah,
build websites for them.
yeah,
They need somebody to do a training like me, how to get online in the next 5 minutes,
yeah,
how to become an online authority,
yeah,
how to be this, how to
yeah,
be that.
yeah,
And you see, business is not far from you.
yeah,
Like I tell people, everybody in your contact now, it's a business opportunity.
yeah,
So
yeah,
your side barrister is to say these are the how to stay legal, how to be online and be legal and not don't go
yeah,
against the laws of the land. Go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah. See, because it was actually already happening. Sometime, sometime late last year, I did sometime late last year, I did an influencer agreement with there was a particular client of mine that wanted to have an influencer do advertising for her on Instagram. So she called me and we did an influencer agreement. Right now, that's it's big. What that means is people will need to now have a deeper understanding of the laws that operates in the internet. And this is where the shocking thing. The shocking thing is that statistically, so many people think you just go online and you start operating. So how do you optimize the law that operates online? How do you do all the things you need to get done online, following the laws that already operates? That is going to be key. That is one of those areas we have looked at critically. Let me give you an example of what I've done with some of your stuff so that you just know. One of the things I do, it's every time I see a website, probably that is selling service, I go to the terms and condition, and then the legal, and then the privacy policy. And when I'm done, I know most of the time I shake my head. I'm like, okay, we could catch these people because they are exposed or they are not exposed. So you're going to have a lot of those things coming up. So you are selling service, for example, you're saying, all right, buy this book. What is your disclaimer? I buy this book. What happens if I download the book, and because I downloaded the book from your side, a virus gets into my system? Who becomes liable? So we're going to have all those interactions. So that's why I tell people, fantastic, we are moving online. Hey, don't move like that. Understand where you are moving to.
And the laws that
Understand
regulate that place.
exactly. Don't have the mindset that saying nothing they happen. It's okay. Nothing they happen. It's
I'll
yeah,
describe it like this: you are packing into a landlord. This now is like a land grab. Where we are going now on the internet, we're going to grab our own piece of land or
yeah,
a part of a house. Like
yeah,
somebody will say it's another man's land.
yeah,
Going on the internet is going on, except you have your own website. If you are going on Facebook, it's for Zuckerberg. If you are going on Instagram, it's for Zuckerberg. All those places are people's land.
yeah,
So if you are going into someone's house or someone's compound, there are laws that guide that compound. I know they like me people enter my house after 8 p.m. in the evening. That's a
sure,
law. And if you go to the man's house at 9 p.m., he might not have put it clearly in his document, but if you go against that law, he has the right to. And it brings me to this question that Rume Wealth Egbera Yenu put up. He said, stipulation that aids adapting. We're adapting to internet and social life and e-commerce and the e-life now. How are we
yeah,
going to work around these stipulations? How do we adapt our business? I think it brings me to my next question.
yeah.
What do businesses need to do to
Mm.
survive in the face of the current business trends? I said
I
in my sheet here that give us
yeah.
3 action points that we need to do because we're almost running out of time. 3 action points that businesses need to do to adapt in line with this
Okay.
question that is here.
All right. I think the first thing the business needs to do first is number one, do an environmental analysis, understand what the environment is. That's number one. Number two, create a scenario, a negative or positive scenario. If this happens, this is it. If this do not happen, this is it. Right? Then three, and that's the most critical part for me, we've mentioned that um switch your business model to be less people dependent. To be less people dependent. Yeah, those are the three core parts. If I were every business, what
I
I
think
would do.
the one I like most is the last one, which you said is very important to you. Switch your business model to be less people dependent. So what that means, you need to
Dependent.
build
Dependent.
structures. You need to build structures
Yeah.
that will run outside you, outside people, structures that will run online and can run on
Yeah.
their own without
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
minimum interference from people.
Yeah.
Businesses in Africa basically lack structure.
Well, I'll give you a
That's one thing
typical
we don't have.
example before we go up. I'll just give you an example. During the COVID time, during the total lockdown, and even yesterday, somebody reached out and needed to get some documentation that we have advised. Right? Okay, I'll give you the hints. The person has never seen me face to face. I do not know whether it is fair or dark or yellow or pink. So what did we do? We used the basic technology, and I send me the details of the stuff you want. We prepared it using all the technology available, and the person reviewed it, and we closed the transaction, and we got paid. I do not know where the guy lives. I do not know where the business, in a sense, is operating from. But we've concluded a transaction. What if I had to wait? Like, okay, come to the office. Oh, if you don't come to the office, we will not see you. We must sit in the office, and then you come to the office, and run through all of that.
Or wait till the lockdown is over, where business has
So that's the
resumed
new world
properly.
we live in. Yeah. So that's the new world. That's the
Fantastic,
new world.
fantastic,
Oh,
Barrister.
somebody's
Somebody's giving us a very huge comment here. Before I go and allow you to do a last push, he says, "Thank you, Barrister. The present COVID era has prompted many businesses to go online, increase their business operation online. But I would like to know how transportation businesses such as air carriers, flights can operate in this COVID era, since it's estimated the vaccines will be available post-COVID, could be up to 2-3 years time from now. How do those in the airline business and transport business operate?" Barrister.
It's unfortunate. I think those guys have been decimated. Really, their business value has been decimated. I think one of the ways they are going to work is that there will be regulations on transport. Lagos State has led the way. Instead of carrying 4 people in a seat in Lagos now, I think it's 2 per seat. So that means less money. There will be new regulations. There will be new regulations. So you might end up not carrying the full load. Europe, you do not have the full load on your plane. So you're going to have basically you're going to have about maybe about 1 person or thereabout. The sitting arrangement has changed.
Yeah, in
So
a
there will
row
be massive
in a
regulations in
row
that
of
sector.
4 now, they take 2. They might take 2 in a row of 4, where they will take 4 people is now 2.
So yeah, and that means the margin, the profit margin is going to reduce. The profit margin is going
Also
to reduce.
the selling price of their product also would increase, because if a typical keke, let me give an example. A typical keke that would take 4 people or is it 4 now? Yeah, 3 behind, 1 in front, for 50 naira each. That's 200 naira.
Yeah.
Now they've told him take only 2 behind and 1 in front. He increases the price to 100 naira each. So he takes 100. A place where I would get 200 for 4 people, he gets 300 for 3 people. So the consumers at the end of the day get to pay more. He saves his keke more because he carries less people. His shocks are saved. Every other thing is saved. So the brunt at the end of the day might be borne by the consumer and maybe the operators at the end.
I think the operators will also be in massive trouble. And one of the things I predict mostly is that there will be increase in private vehicles, people having private vehicles. That's what I think. So I think that for those guys that will be getting vehicles coming in, that those guys are going to make a lot of money. Because if I shouldn't sound like an alarmist, but let me say this. I think there's going to be another lockdown. I think there's going to be another lockdown. If you keep having figures shown up like this, there's going to be another total lockdown. That's what I expect.
That would be very catastrophic to the business environment. We pray it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And that's why we need to maintain. I want to urge everybody watching and those that will watch after now. This is the reason why we need to maintain social distancing. We need to follow the law. We need to wear our nose masks. We need to wash our hands. We need to maintain proper hygiene so that the figures will come down and we don't get to go into another lockdown. Like you said, if it happens, it's going to be catastrophic. And I think they haven't even put it up because they have been wondering what will happen to the economy. And so they are I can understand. There's family on the background. I can understand perfectly.
Yeah, okay, thank you. They've been on my neck. Thanks, guys. I've been trying to avoid them. All right, that's it. All right.
Okay, so the last one, so that I will allow you.
Yeah.
Barrister Omonigo Ogbe says exactly her point, that there might be another shutdown. But so I'm going to ask you the last one. How can you help business people who want to adapt in the new business environment that we're in? How can you help them?
All right. I think the first thing we'll do is we could help you. Like I said in the introduction, I think we need to understand that legal services has gone beyond reactive. Legal service has become preventive, all right, and proactive. So one of the ways we could help you is you have an idea, you want to transition online. We could help you by reviewing the whole processes for you to go online, and then drafting, for example, for those that will be using their website, drafting the private terms and conditions that apply to Nigerian businesses and not the one you leave from services online. Then the second thing is that even in your digital marketing, we could also ensure that you play within the law in your digital marketing so that you do not go outside the law in trying to market, because false and misleading representation, it's actually legal, and that can land you certain liabilities. Yeah. So generally, that's what we do. We just help you structure how you're going online, and then look at the risk points for you and provide solutions that we think will work, that we know will work for your businesses. Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Barrister Augustine Ngwu. Thank you
Thank you,
for
Segun.
sharing with us these tips and ideas. It's always fun on Conversations with Segun when we share with people like this to give us
Yeah.
ideas on what they already know. Thank you. Thank you. Somebody says we don't need another lockdown. We just have to adapt. Yes. We
I'm
just
a Jew. I didn't send you, but it's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I said the same thing too. We don't need one. We just need to maintain safety standards. If we don't maintain, then we might have one. If we do, make sure the number goes down, then we are sure not to get one. Thank you again, Barrister. People can find Barrister online. You can find him on social media with his name, Augustine K. Ngwu, I guess.
Yeah, or you could do AK Ungu. That's on my handle. All
AK
the
Ngwu.
Ungu. Yes, on
Let
all
me
the
see.
handles.
Okay, let me see if I can, just a minute, see if I can put it up. You said AK Ungu at
Yes.
AK Ungu.
Yeah, on
AK
Twitter.
Ungu. Okay, that's your
Twitter.
handle right there.
Yep.
Putting it up right now. So you can follow,
Thank you
uh,
so much.
yes, on Twitter, on Facebook, everywhere online. AK Ungu is his
Yeah. Yeah.
handle, and you can reach him for further legal advice and legal services. Thank you very much for coming, Barrister. We look forward to having you some
Thank
other
you,
time.
Segun.
Thank you.
I'll be back. Thank you so much.
All
All
right,
right.
so go take care of the family.
I am. They've been on my neck. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, that's been Conversations with Segun with Barrister Augustine Ngwu. We've had a fantastic time watching him. He's gone off now to attend to family. Thank you for everyone who watched. I want to say that you should follow me. That my handles are below the screen there at Segun Manuel on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube. For those of you watching on YouTube right now, kindly subscribe to this channel. Those of you who watch from this page, kindly like this page so that you will see notifications. Again, tomorrow we are on, and I will be talking with Mr. Timmy Pudi. Timmy Pudi is a cinematographer, but we'll be looking at what the church needs to do in the post-COVID era. What the church is the body of Christ in general, what they need to do differently in this post-COVID era. And I'm sure you would want to join us tomorrow. Tomorrow, same time, 12:30, we'll be talking about what the church needs to do in the post-COVID era. Thank you very much for watching. Please do share this stream if you enjoyed it with everyone you know, and you would have done me a lot of good by sharing. I truly appreciate you. Thank you for your time. This has been a wonderful presentation, and I am truly grateful. Thanks. Somebody has a comment. Let me quickly read. Manuel, he said, he says, thanks, Segun. It was a fantastic program. Thank you very much for watching. I truly appreciate it. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. All right. Bye.